Hey guys, it's Allie from Color and Plain with Allie. I'm here today to share a haul with you guys. And this will be my last one for 2022. The main reason being that I have more than enough stuff. And I really need to give the buying a rest and actually use what I have for my channel and explore all the lovely things that I already have. That is the main reason. It's not out of a sense of like, oh, I have to stop buying things or anything like that, which, I mean, that's a privileged place to be and I fully acknowledge that. But, you know, I have enough stuff and I'd like to actually use some of it before I buy any more. So, like, there may be a couple of things down the line that I may purchase. Like, I know that Hannah Carlson's book, her English version of, the Tales from the Witch's Cottage is going to release this year, as well as a new Joanna Bassford book and a new Maria Trolley book. So those few things I may pick up, but really I don't need anything else. So I guess we'll get right into it. And the first category of product that I'm going to share with you today are the pencils that I've purchased. So the first set of pencils that I'm going to share with you are the Prismacolor Scholars. I've been wanting to pick these up to kind of be like a purse set, and I also wanted to do a video comparing them to the Prismacolor Premiers. I also have the Prismacolor Very Thins, and I thought it might be cool to have like a Prismacolor showdown just to show the differences between all of the pencils. But I did pick up the biggest set of 60. I actually had to order this one twice because I can show you because I haven't returned it yet. But this first set that I got, I don't know if you can see this pencil right here, how the top lead is just like, it's not even there. Like, it's just all, like, the wood just all bloomed out. And I don't know if you can see, but if I were to take this pencil out, which this packaging is kind of hard to get apart, it looks like there's no lead in it, so just be careful of that if you do order the Prismacolor Scholars from Amazon. And the next, I'll save these for later. The next set of pencils is this chunky tin. It's the Calor 240 pieces. I have their 180 set in the red box, and I love them. Just the minimal amount of time that I've spent with them, I really like them. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I totally had a brain fart and I thought that my video wasn't recording, so I kind of stopped like halfway through a sentence. But anyway, we're going to keep talking about the Calor pencils. So anyway, yeah, I think I was saying that I had the 180 set in the red tin of these, and so I decided to pick up the bigger set. I think the tin art is beautiful, and I am looking forward to swatching these. These are a nice budget set. This one that I'm going to share are, dig them out, the Arteza Expert 120. Now, I've been wanting to get my hands on these for months now, but Amazon was always sold out, and for a while there, I think they were sold out on the Arteza website as well. But I finally saw them back in stock, and they had a 15% off coupon. So I got these for around $60, which I didn't think was a bad price. I do already have the Arteza watercolor pencils, so now I have both the regular and the watercolor, and I do like the Arteza pencils. The next set is one that has been on my wish list for a while. I finally picked up the Derwent ink tints. I have not had a chance to break into these bad boys. Everything's still sealed and beautiful. I might do like a proper unboxing and like first impressions of these, because I have no experience with these whatsoever. This is the first set that I've ever had, and of course I went immediately for the full set because I have full set syndrome. This is a real thing. But yeah, I am really excited about those. Those are probably one of the things I'm most excited about. And then I picked up these based on a review by Jennifer Stay Coloring Bliss. She recommended these when she did like her battle of the metallic colored pencils, and if I can remember to do it, I will link that video in the description. But these chunky monkeys are, I've been coloring with them a little bit because I just couldn't help myself. They are beautiful, they're shiny, they lay down really smooth, they are crummy. Those are my just really quick first impressions of them, but I love how chunky they are to hold, and I love how they lay down the color, so I mean, they're a win for me. I did also fall for the hype, and I picked up these. These are the Artix 72 colored pencils that everyone has been reviewing on their channels, and these are supposed to be like a Prismacolor dupe, like the color names are Prismacolor pencil names. Haven't had a chance to swatch these or play with these yet, but I am looking forward to it, and I really think this packaging is so cool. Like, I would have never thought to box up a set of pencils this way, but it saves space, and then you can like set them up on your desk while you're coloring. I think that's the neatest thing. The next set is Derwent Drawing. I am curious about these. I really love that they have nice, thick, chunky lids, and I hear great things about the Derwent Drawing White pencil. So I'm looking forward to playing around with these. I actually do sketch and draw a little bit, but I mean, I don't know how these would apply to the way that I sketch because I mostly do character sketches, but I could see these being used for portraits. They have a lot of nice skin tones in here. So we'll see what I do with those. And then, speaking of drawing, I picked up 2 different sets of just drawing pencils, just basic drawing pencils. I've been getting really into sketching in my sketchbook. I'm trying to learn how to do character portraits. And I am not the world's greatest artist by any means, but I thought I would try out a couple of different sets of drawing pencils. I have the Tombow Mono and I love them, but I want to see, I'm just curious to see what the others are like. And I picked up the ones with the most good reviews on Amazon. So that's the Staedtler Mars Lumograph, the 12 set, and then the Prismacolor Premier Turquoise pencils. And these, I think they have slightly different hardness ranges. Like, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you. Yeah, like this one goes up to 6B down to 4H, and this one is kind of the opposite. It goes from 4B down to 6H. So it's kind of nice to have like that broad of a range of pencils. And that, I think, oh no, hang on, I got one more. I'll drop them. So these are currently being used and processed, but if I can find the packaging, I'll show you. These are the Artist Loft 150 piece colored pencils that I picked up from Michael's. I had posted on my Instagram to see if you guys wanted a review of these, and I think what they're trying to do is compete with Prismacolor because it's the exact same amount of colors. They put them right next to the Prismacolor, at least in my Michael's, they put them right next to the Prismacolor in the drawing aisle. So that's what these are, and I haven't been able to form much of an opinion about them because I've been kind of behind on some writing deadlines and other things that I've had to prioritize over filming and, you know, processing the supplies. Excuse me, processing the supplies that are coming in to my studio. So, but that video will be coming soon. I've got a little bit of it filmed, but it's been kind of a hit and miss week with being able to film with my kids going crazy and, you know, just life stuff. But anyway, we will move on to the next category of supplies that I have hauled. So the next category I have is markers, and this section will be pretty short. I picked up 2 items. One was this 120 set of double-ended fiber tip pens by Staedtler. I had a 72 set of this before, but my kids utterly destroyed them. So I just picked up the biggest set to replace what they had destroyed. And this was about $50 on Amazon. And I like these markers. I love them for my color by numbers because they have a thicker end, and then they also have this really thin, almost like a flare pen type tip, so I can get into the little details, and their colors are beautiful. Even though they're not labeled, I just kind of go through them and I would give them a number from 1 to, it'll be 120 with a silver Sharpie, and then I just swatch them that way. So that way I know if I pick out certain colors for my color by numbers, then I know which ones to go back to, because I just mark it on the swatch chart. And the next marker set I got is this cute little set from Ohuhu, and this was mainly because I already have the 200 set of the chisel and fine nib, and then I had learned that if I just purchased the 120 set of chisel and fine nib, that I would have all 320 colors instead of having to pay the money for the biggest set that they have, because as you all know, I have full set syndrome. Even just looking at this, these look like way different, more pastel-y colors. Like this is the only color that jumps out at me. These are all kind of muted and pastel-y. So I think they'll complement my other set quite nicely, which is very mid-tone heavy. So my full set syndrome is fulfilled for the Ohuhu chisel and fine tip markers. And that is all I have to share for markers today. The next category I have is also a short one, but it is paint. And I picked up like 3 things, and then I have a 4th thing in here that I didn't know how to categorize it, so I'll just do it first. I picked up a 3-pack of the Wink of Stella. I think it has gold, silver, and clear. I have a clear one already, and I love it, so I just went ahead and picked up some more. With a couple of different colors, and I just like having basic colors on hand. I think these are the same 3 colors I also have with my stickles. So this is kind of like a detail tool, I guess. But details are kind of like the best anyway, so. And then I have 2 products here from Paul Rubens. I have been very curious about their watercolors, so I picked up 2 different palettes. And one is, I've already broken into this, is their metallic watercolor. I think this is the one I've already broken into. No, it's not. This is their basic watercolor. I got the 24 set with just the regular watercolor. And then I got, this is the one I've broken into. It has more of a lilac color. This is their metallics or pearlescent paints. And look how pretty they are. I've swatched them already, and I do like them a lot. There's a couple colors that I was just like, I don't know about that, but most of them I really like, and they do go down really shiny, and they dry like with a nice sheen. So I'm really happy with those purchases. I hear all kinds of good things about Paul Rubens. I haven't been disappointed so far with my experience. The next thing is this gigantic thing. This is jelly gouache. I saw Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, review these, and I have not broken into these yet. This is jelly gouache. I think it has 56 colors. This palette is massive. I don't know if you can tell or visualize how massive this is, but like, here are my hands. Like, and like, you can't see my hands, they're off the frame, but like, one hand. Like, this thing is huge, and it's heavy. It's probably like a good 10 pounds or so, so I wouldn't say it's very portable, but if you have a nice big table and you just want to dig into a bunch of nice, vibrant, juicy paints, that's what I would go with. And that's all I have to share with you for paints today. The next part of my haul is all of my books, and I include sketchbooks, notebooks, and coloring books in the mix, because I am a writer and I do have a notebook obsession along with all of the other obsessions that I have. I'm also a planner nerd, so that probably surprises no one. But I will do like planners and planner stickers in like a separate video if you guys are interested in seeing that. I didn't get a whole lot of views on my planner haul and plan with me videos, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing them or if I'm just gonna not, or if I'm just gonna be stubborn about it because my channel title is Color and Plan with Allie. So I don't know. I'll have to brainstorm that, and if you guys have any thoughts on that, or if you're just here for the coloring, feel free to let me know. I don't have a community tab yet. I can't poll you guys, but you can tell me if you feel like it, what you feel in the comments below, and I will definitely take what you have to say into consideration when I am trying to, you know, budget my time and energy for what you guys want to see the most. Anywho, that was a random tangent. Now we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with like the sketchbooks and notebooks because the coloring books were probably the biggest part of this haul. So we'll start with this sketchbook. Like I said, I'm getting into sketching character portraits, and I've posted a couple on my Instagram. So I just got this square. I was kind of inspired by Drawing with Waffles, who's one of my favorite artists to watch on YouTube. And I noticed that she always has these like squarish type sketchbooks. And I thought, you know, 8x8 would be a good size. I can stick it in my purse, but it's still like a nice big open space, and it's big enough to either create a portrait or a scene, and it won't look awkward on the page like it kind of does on an 8.5x11, or, you know, some of my other like more rectangle sketchbooks. So I picked that up, and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $14, and it has a nice like leathery feel. I don't know what to compare it to. It's kind of a thicker faux leather feel, but I like the way it feels. It's very smooth. And then I picked up this watercolor book from Artist Loft, and I'm just using it like I was working on a picture and I was trying to find some good color combos, but I needed watercolor paper to kind of test the blending and stuff. So I might also do some like watercolor swatching in here as well, but that's why I picked this one up. And then moving on to notebooks, some of these were Mother's Day gifts, and I'll show you the Mother's Day gifts ones first. This one came from Walmart. I'm a sucker for these like Gigantor notebooks with just kind of thin, cruddy paper, and you know, it's a pretty giant notebook that I can just scribble down whatever I want in, and I don't have to worry about it. Like, I remember using one of these to write the rough draft for one of my books, and the spine started coming apart, and we just glued it back in and kept on rolling. It's cheap, but it does the job, and it has a pretty cover, and it's, you know, hardbound, and that makes me happy. Then my youngest son picked up these for me. He's not even 2 yet, so it was really like, I told my husband, hey, I like those notebooks, and he was like, okay, good, Nicholas is going to get them for you. So these are kind of like, these are hardcover. They remind me of like a Leuchtturm, but they're lined, and I like to use these for journals and for like writing rough drafts, and you know, I just love nice beautiful notebooks. And they have the ribbon binding, not ribbon binding, oh my goodness, the elastic band to close them, and they're both lined, and these say they have pretty heavy paper, so hopefully I can use like my fountain pen in them. I only have one fountain pen. I have not gotten into pens yet, and I'm kind of afraid to, because you know, when I fall down a rabbit hole, I fall like all the way to the bottom, so I just don't really want to go there. And this little gem I found at TJ Maxx. I found actually a lot of Moleskine at TJ Maxx, but this was just a classic black little small notebook. It had like the back plastic ripped a little bit, but it's in perfect condition. I got it for $8. This could be like a purse notebook to jot down ideas, or a commonplace book. I've heard it called that, like where you just carry a notebook with you everywhere. And I was doing that for a while, but I stopped. But I think I might want to try doing that again. But yeah, those are all my notebooks and sketchbooks. And then here comes all of the coloring books. And you guys, I went a little bit crazy. So we will start with like kind of just the random ones and the color by numbers that I picked up like here and there at like craft stores and stuff. I think this one was a Mother's Day gift actually, and it was found at Walmart. And it is like a devotional type coloring book. It has a lot of like motivational quotes and scriptural quotes. And I really liked that. You know, for kind of meditative coloring or coloring where I'm not necessarily doing it for the camera, but to relax and to reduce my anxiety. And I thought this one was really pretty. So my husband had my oldest son. Actually, my oldest son did pick this out for me. He's 4.5, but he knows that Mommy loves coloring books, and so he picked this one out for me, which that was very sweet. The next one, I think I got this one at Michael's. But I like this artist artwork. It's Jane Madey or Madey. I'm not sure exactly where the emphasis goes. But I like how clean her line work is and how simple the pages are. Sometimes I just want to sit and get something colored. And I like that these are motivational. And at the front, it like shows you like how to shade and all kinds of neat things. So I picked that one up. This one was kind of cool because it's based off of an author's books, and I'm an author. I don't necessarily read this author, but I probably like would. I've looked up her books and she seems to write in a genre that I would like, kind of like women's fiction, Hallmarky type stuff. So, but these are all just really cozy, like knitting, flower shops, libraries. Just seemed like a really cute book, and I like the line work is also really clean in this one, but just kind of like home sweet home type feel, little small hometown and flowers and cozy kitchens, that kind of thing. So I picked this one up mostly because I like the pictures, but also the fact that it was a this was based off of an author's books really intrigued me. And this one is my first Millie Murata. I know she has a lot, but I have just never been drawn to her line work style. It seems very busy, and I'm not drawn to busy. Like, I know Joanna Bassford's can get busy too, but this, like, there's just so many lines, and it was kind of intimidating, but I decided to pick this one up to use with, like, either fine liners or my Staedtler markers. Just because I thought I like the ocean, I like sea animals, and maybe I would actually like it more than I thought. So this is kind of like my trial book of Millie Murata to see if I actually would like it at all. Now we're getting into the color by numbers. The first one I picked up is this off of Amazon. I know a lot of colors seem to like this this artist. I'm not sure how to say his name, so I'm not going to try. But I really like color by numbers. I like the concept of trying like a bunch of different pictures out of his books all at the same time. So I picked this one up to see if I like his work. And then these next three are from the same series. It's a series that I have picked up their books before and I have loved them. And that is the, well, this one says Arcturus, but they're all, most of them say Sirius as the publisher. But I love them because they show you what the pictures look like once they're colored. So you have like a gallery to browse through if you're feeling like coloring something in particular. And then they have this little fold out flap that shows you what colors you need. And then what I do is a lot of times I'll take my tools and just like swatch them right beside that color chart just to make sure that I'm matching my colors correctly. And I like that this one has, it's not just like fantasy pictures, but it's also like landscapes and They're really pretty pictures, and I love these color by number books. So I also picked up their stained glass color by number, the same company. Again, they have like all of the pictures on the inside here, and the pull-out flap. And I picked up their fairies one, and I'm so excited about this one. This one looks absolutely adorable. It reminds me of the Flower Fairies book, which I hauled that. I need to show you that. It reminds me of the Flower Fairies book by, I can't remember her name, but I'll show that to you in a minute because you'll see why. But I love that these are color by number, and I can just pick it up and pick up my pencils, match them up. A lot of my sets I've already matched up to these codes, so I can just pick them up in color. And then this is not a color by number, but I picked up the Flower Fairies coloring book. I've had postcards by this artist before. Cicely Mary Barker is her name. It's the original artist. But these are just absolutely beautiful pictures, and they're usually like little tiny kids, and all my kids are little, and these pictures remind me of my babies. They're so cute. That's just a little sampling of what's in here, but I picked up this book too because I knew that I liked the artwork, and I love fairies and everything magical and fantastical, so that is all of my color by numbers and like my random books that I picked up that were just kind of one-offs or trying out a new artist or something like that. The next category of coloring books are ones that I've been trying to like either collect all of them by the same artist. I guess you could also say these are all my hardcover books. So the first artist I'm going to start with is Maria Trolley. I think I have all of the ones that she has come out with now. So I picked up Flora, Twilight Garden, Luna, Botanicum, and Nightfall. And I know she has a new one coming out soon. I think it's called Moon Valley or something. But her art style doesn't appeal to me as much as other artists do, but I still really like it. And it doesn't really remind me of anybody, but like I really love her floral illustrations, and I like her animals and how she has like the people with the animals. I'm not sure how I feel about the blackout pages yet, but I might end up really liking them because, you know, it reduces the amount of stuff you have to color. So I picked up all of her books. The covers are gorgeous. I like, you know, anything related to nighttime and flowers and all that kind of stuff. So I picked up all of her books. The next artist that I think I've collected them all. I know she's got a new one coming out this year too, is Hannah Carlson. And part of it was like, you know, I know that she's going through a lot right now, and I do like to think that buying her books is helping to support her in her time of need. I've picked up all of her books now, but I also really, really love her her style of drawing. And every time, like, I had Grains of Gold, and that was my trial book of hers, and every time I would open it, I would just be so inspired to go pick up my pencil and draw. So I guess it's probably safe to say that her art really speaks to me, and she draws a lot of like subject matter that I find really interesting. So I did pick up Tales from the Night Masquerade, Summer Nights, Daydreams, Spirit Animals, Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I did get all the English versions. I did not try to go find the Swedish versions. Jewelry Box, and Magical Dawn, and then I already had Grains of Gold. So I think that's all of them, but if I'm missing one, just let me know. I will go hunt it down because I love her art and I want to support her. So yeah, like when I picked up Grains of Gold and I just kept going back to it and just kept looking through the pictures, like I just knew, I was like, I have to have all her books now because her artwork is amazing. And yeah, I just love it. And it's inspiring me to draw my own art, which is above and beyond what I would expect out of any coloring book to do. So that's why I picked up all of her books. I did forget to mention that I know I'm missing Seasons. Hannah Carlson Seasons. It is coming to me. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I had to go ahead and film this. I couldn't wait to film any longer. This was the only day that I had, and I don't know what the delay is or if it's just where it's shipping from, but I ordered it last Friday. Usually it's here before now, but it's cool. It'll be here when it gets here. But I think that is everything, at least as far as coloring goes. Like I said, I did haul a few planner type items. I did also haul this, my Apple Watch, and the band that I'm wearing. It reminds me of the night sky, of course, so I had to pick it up. And I hauled some Apple AirPod Pros, but those are not coloring related. Those are things that I've been wanting for months. And I have like the whole Apple ecosystem going, and it's really nice just to be able to like go from my iPad and walk over to my computer, and then like it just automatically connects to whatever I'm standing by. I'm a sucker for that kind of convenience, I guess. But I did just get the most basic Apple Watch. I don't need all of the extra fancy things, so but I'm very happy with it so far. It was a major upgrade from my Fitbit, my really old Fitbit that I have like smashed against the wall so many times. So I'm really happy to have that now. But yeah, I think that's everything that has to do with coloring. And if I miss something, if I miss something, I'll just probably include it in a future haul. So, sorry, my watch dinged me and I was like, what is going on? Well, I'm not going to do a future haul because this is my last haul. So I guess if I miss something, I'll probably just talk about it in like a future color and chat or something. I'd like to start doing those, but I'd prefer to do them live, but I don't have enough subscribers. So if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, please help me out and hit the subscribe button and the like button, so that way hopefully in the future I can start doing live coloring chats and live swatch parties and things like that with you. So I guess that is it for my haul for today, guys, and I'm sorry that I blabbered on. I guess I'm just in a talkative mood today, but I will talk to you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful, colorful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.